Aldridge has got 4 rebounds now tonight. Allen, the open look. Anthony kicks to George. And that misses. That would have put him up. New Orleans in the lead. Here's Rice. Out to Thompson. Good. Nothing but net. Durant against Thompson. Outside Durant. Aldridge a screen. Durant kicks to Aldridge. Pops loose off the pick and hammers it home.
Excellent vision by Durant out there. What a nice pass.
Now a timeout called by New Orleans. New Orleans making a switch here. Pippin's checked in.
Scotty.
1:56 left in the fourth quarter. Cousins with the bucket.
What a big-time mismatch it's been in the post. Where's the defensive adjustment? They're getting housed down there.
Yeah, something's got to change. A double team, maybe a substitution, but this is getting out of hand.
Stolen by Thompson. And here we go. Fast break. Paul's got it. Makes it off the glass. Now it's a 6-point New Orleans lead.
And now both teams really in a groove.
This game already, guys, was high scoring, but they've really amped and ramped it up to another level down the stretch. Hang time on that rim puts a little whipped cream on that angel food cake there.
It's a tight ball game, and those displays of strength, Clark, can get one team rolling.
Agreed.
And also the other on its heels. Let's see how this one turns out.
Allen for 3. It's rebounded by Aldridge.
Not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
He's had an off game thus far, but his team has been able to pick up the slack and find a way to get it done here.
Washington trails by 7.
Well, the clock has become their worst enemy.
Not a friend anymore. They've got to work quickly from here.
Outside Anthony. The feed to Aldridge. Back to Anthony. Fires the 3. It's rebounded by New Orleans. To the paint. Here's Paul. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson.
Klay Thompson.
And New Orleans leads by 9.
I don't want to say they're trying to run up the score here, but they do keep adding to the lead.
Well, I know you don't want to say it, but I will, partner. I mean, they're trying to run the score up here. It's plain and simple. They're trying to throw salt all in that wound.
Allen, that's good.
And since the start of the fourth quarter, that three-point shot has just been there.
Yeah, exactly. Doing an excellent job, I think, finding the open guy on the perimeter. And the three-pointer is a major weapon for him right now in this quarter.
And the first of 2, no good. Heartbreaking. Some changes for New Orleans. Leonard, he's checked in for Aldridge. Kidd comes in for Paul. And Russell Westbrook is subbed in for Thompson. Washington calls timeout. They trail by 5. There's 21 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Some changes for New Orleans. LaMarcus Aldridge is checked in for Kawhi Leonard. Paul comes in for Jason Kidd. It's Thompson in for Russell Westbrook. And here is Durant. The 3. Good! And he has brought them to within 2 points.
Somebody lit a fire under Kevin Durant.
Got a piece of it. And that's an intentional foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Yeah, yeah, completely a brain fade. I don't know where that came from. Just lost sense of time and the situation.
So the first one drops, and that narrows the gap to 1. That one drops. He ties it up.
He's got ice water in his veins, fellas. No way he's going to miss from the line when the game's still hanging in the balance. I've seen him make too many in this situation.
Now a timeout called by New Orleans. The drive by Paul. Oh, and he had a chance to win it right there, but time expires, and we're going to overtime. We've got more in store for you right after this. Well, if you're just joining us, the intensity has really heated up in this one as we watch this one go now to overtime. And so off the tip, it's Washington's ball. And no shortage of excitement here, and we're officially underway in overtime in this game. Courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineup for us now in overtime. So for New Orleans right now, DeMarcus Cousins out there with LaMarcus Aldridge. Then it's Thompson. Then it's Chris Paul. And it's Rice in the small forward. Cousins. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
Well, DeMarcus Cousins in this one, 10 points, and his 2 blocks have given them a lift defensively.
No doubt about it. He's been a rim protector, and it's starting to get into the heads of their opponent.
So it's Washington now. Durant with it. He dishes it to Aldridge. Wing shot on the way. And the foul on Carmelo Anthony. That's his 4th foul of the contest.
Yeah, he looked clumsy on that one. He was not going to get away with that.
Yeah, he climbed all over him. I mean, there's a picture of that one in the officiating manual. So, clear, easy call.
Here's Cousins. And he jams it with authority.
And that's how it's done. I mean, find that hole in the D and then go hard to the right.
Maybe that hole was a little bigger than it should have been.
Well, it was. I mean, a tight game like this one, you'd think they'd have a little more energy at the defensive end than that.
And George now top of the key. 6 to shoot. That's good. George has got the game tied up here for Washington.
I love how he establishes his post position inside before he converts.
The drive by Cousins. And stolen by Aldridge. Got a piece of it. Paul with the steal. He's got a clear path. That is good. And that's 10 points for LaMarcus Aldridge.
You might not have expected him to go for the steal there. But boy, oh boy, did it ever work out for him.
Yeah, and I love that. I mean, at this stage of a tight game, all too often teams play not to lose, and they wouldn't be in the lead right now if he hadn't taken the chance there.
Paul kicks to Aldridge. The ball. Shot clock at 5. New Orleans needs to get off a shot. Got it off in time and beat the shot clock, but it's no good. Durant for 3. Nails the tray.
He's such a clutch shooter, Kevin. He just lives for the big shot.
Paul passes to Cousins. The shot is off, and it's Washington the other way. And now we've got the intentional foul. Now Durant. A bucket here would give them a bit more room.
True, but no need to rush it. Play smart. Such a risky pass to make. I mean, for the reason we just saw, the D has too much time to get in position. Those are huge points.
Beyond huge, partner. I mean, they needed that bucket desperately.
He hits the first one, and that makes it a 3-point lead. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 4-point ball game.
Wow, I tell you what, those free throws will give them some much-needed breathing room. Two-possession game now.
Now a timeout called by New Orleans. They're trailing by 4. We got 22 seconds left in the first overtime. Here's Rice. It falls! And what a sensational bucket to bring them within 1. And turnovers have been the issue for him.
Yeah, it sure has been the case. I mean, turnovers are like missing breakfast. Eventually, it's going to cost you.
Well, I've always thought that it was good to maybe miss a breakfast or two, but that's another story. Anyhow, you can see the coaches have gotten into him a little bit about this. They've got to do a better job of taking care of the ball. Yeah, those free throws make things a little more simpler right now. They just have to guard against the three-pointer.
Now a timeout called by New Orleans. They're behind by 3. 16 seconds left to play in the first overtime. Puts it up off the inbound. Money!
Couldn't run the inbound play any better than right there.
Thompson again, Durant. And there's the call on Klay Thompson. So that will be his second foul of the game. We're in the bonus, and we'll go to the line to shoot 2. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 3-point game.
A three-pointer here might have us headed to another overtime period.
Here's Rice. Misses the 3. And now they decide to foul intentionally. First free throw is good, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. Second one is good, getting both at the line, and it's a 5-point game.
Those free throws are the nail in the coffin, guys.
And so Washington takes the win. They had to scrape and claw to push it to overtime, but they really came on in the extra period.
Yeah, when adversity was at its greatest, they came up big. They seemed to relax a little bit